Summary of the book. Your feelings may be deadly. 7 steps to control negative feelings, motives, and conflicts that destroy. Written by Calm Lenders. Some factors may affect decision-making, such as stress and pressures resulting from personal and professional life, and this is what drives us to be emotional about the topic or issue or even the person with whom we will make our decision with or about. These emotions, it destroys the individual's dreams and goals, and it also eliminates the lifestyle that he wished for and was planning to achieve. I will ask you a question. Have you ever gotten emotional about something? What was the result of your emotion? Did you scream or break things around you? What was the result after all that? Of course, your answer will be nothing. You would be surprised if you knew. It was possible to benefit from your emotions and the energy resulting from them to achieve wonderful goals and improve yourself. In order to achieve this, here are 7 clear and specific steps that will help you in doing so. Chapter 1. Identify the things that arouse your emotions, then employ the energy resulting from them to your advantage. When you become emotional for some reason, your emotions release enormous energy. This energy can be utilized and harnessed to your advantage, as you can control it instead of it controlling you in order to achieve it. So, you must follow the 7 steps to control your emotions. For the first step, identify the triggers for your emotions. When you get emotional about something, determine the reason that arouses your emotion, then employ these triggers and the energy resulting from them to achieve desirable goals instead of getting emotional and angry. This is what Miss Carissa, who worked as an executive director for one of the companies, did. The institutions, who had 3 children from her first marriage, were working to care for them, but 2 years had passed since her divorce. She married another man named Daryl, who was the guardian of 4 children. It was clear from the beginning the extent of the differences that would exist between them, as Daryl was characterized by indifference and a lack of responsibility. This is what placed the entire burden on catastrophe. The stress she experienced led to her weight increasing from 59 kilograms to 100 kilograms. Her weight gain caused many problems for her in her work and in her role as a mother. She tried a lot to lose weight, but to no avail. One day, her son Bradley told her, with his eyes full of tears, that he did not want his mother to leave him and die, and when Carissa asked him about the reason for what he said, he told her that he was afraid she must suffer from diseases because of her obesity. For her, this talk aroused her emotions, which made her lose her weight to about 80 kilograms. Within 2 years, she was able to use the enormous energy resulting from her fear and emotions to destroy the undesirable status quo. You can also benefit from your emotions. After identifying the triggers of the emotions, you must think carefully about the impact of these emotions on your decisions. Therefore, before making any of the choices or decisions, you must envision the results of these decisions so that you do not get into problems as a result of your hasty thinking. But since we live in an age of speed, we will have to rush in making decisions, and therefore you have to be proactive, and this is precisely the second step to controlling your feelings. Chapter 2. Always expect that you will have to make decisive decisions in the future. Our goal in the second step is for you to be expected and prepared to make future decisions at any time. In order to reach this stage, you must define your goals and vision, contemplate the future carefully, think about the challenges that you may face and how you will deal with them, and always expect them. These expectations have 2 special types that benefit the individual. When he can accurately determine the consequences of making a decision, and the general expectations, which is that the person will have calculated reactions to any situation he faces. Creating future perceptions will enable you to implement the third step, which is to use these perceptions as a means of directing your mind to make appropriate decisions in the future. You have certainly heard about someone it has aroused the emotions of another person, and now it is time to deliberately arouse and activate your emotions to create future scenarios for situations that motivate you to make appropriate life decisions. This is called self-motivation and emotional activation, by conducting a simulation of a future situation that requires you to make a specific decision. If you are able to do that, move to the fourth step, which is control. On your emotions, Chapter 3. Control the amount of energy resulting from your perceptions. Make a list of the most important factors that may help you make important decisions in times of problems. When you create perceptions of certain situations with the aim of imagining future decisions, you must control the level of energy resulting from these perceptions. Following the fourth step will help you do that, which is that when you conjure certain situations and perceptions, you must mobilize all your visions and goals in order to begin expelling any harmful energy that may push you to make wrong decisions. But this is certainly not an easy task, as there are emotions that are rooted in genetics, or the family had a role in their formation, and in this case you can think carefully. Look at this energy neutrally and study the extent of its impact on yourself and those around you. With a little training, you will get rid of it. One of the most important ways to eliminate it is to strive to be a compassionate and loving person for others. This in turn will reduce the power of the harmful charges inherent in emotions. You have now set your goals and dissipated the energy of harmful emotions. You can list these factors to help you later, which is what you will achieve through the fifth step. Imagining situations and perceptions to make internal decisions is not the only way that helps us be prepared to face future situations. Rather, the fifth step is more important to achieve this and is to make a list of the most important factors that may help you make decisions and make you be prepared in times of problems. Among these factors is that you have a clear mind and make your decisions while you are calm, away from any source that could constitute anxiety or lack of focus, so that you can weigh things well. This list will also remind you of the decisions that have previously failed you in the past so that you can learn from your mistakes, in addition to identify the factors that trigger your emotions in addition to defining your goals, what you want to achieve, and what image you want to see yourself in. Review in the list also your talents and abilities and how to benefit from your perceptions in dissipating harmful energy resulting from emotions, in addition to reminding yourself that a large part of this harmful energy can be dissipated by appreciating God's blessings. You can also put in this list the decisions you have already made to help you in times of problems. After you have made this comprehensive and integrated list, you can now follow the sixth step. Chapter 4. Evaluate your decisions and celebrate yourself if you achieve your goals. After you have prepared a list of the most important goals, perceptions, and the most important factors that can to help you make decisions, it is now easier to make informed decisions that are consistent with your goals. This is the sixth step to controlling your emotions. After completing the application of the sixth step, it is certain that you have made certain life decisions in some area. Here you must evaluate them through the seventh step, which consists of reviewing your decisions and then determining whether the decision is correct or not. If the decision is correct for you, to celebrate yourself, provide her with positive reinforcement, and congratulate her on what she has achieved, so that these positive feelings remain within you, motivating you later. However, if your choices and decisions were wrong, you must search for the sources of error to avoid such mistakes in the future. There is no human being infallible from error. Therefore, if you stumble, you must get up again and make this mistake again and constantly correct your mistakes and adjust them in accordance with your goals and vision, and to avoid inappropriate times and circumstances that cause you to make wrong decisions. Perhaps discipline is one of the most important factors that lead to making correct decisions, as the American writer and psychologist Morgan Scott Peck mentioned. Commitment and accuracy in thinking are your best friend in controlling your emotions and making the best choices. For example, if you are on a diet in order to lose weight, you should not go to a grocery store and feel hungry. This will push you to choose any food in front of you, from biscuits and cakes, to silence your hunger, and thus this will affect your diet. Legislation, lack of coordination, and lack of discipline will all lead to making quick, ill-considered decisions that lead you to the wrong decisions. It is also wrong to make decisions when feeling tired and stressed. Always make sure to get enough sleep and rest before making any decision so that your mind is clear and your thinking is at its best. Also beware of making life choices while you are under the influence of alcohol, narcotic drugs, or caffeine, as all of these factors can weaken your thinking. Always try to think in a way logical and impartial in any decision you may make. A prominent paragraph from the book, Your Feelings and Emotions Can Be Fatal. Emotions may cause the elimination of a person himself, his plans, goals, or dreams, or the elimination of the life he envisions and yearns for himself. Underlying harmful emotions can also lead to actions that lead a woman to his lack of self-esteem, and it may mainly destroy your morale and your positive energy as well, and it certainly promises this is a very bad thing. In conclusion, when a person gets emotional, his emotions may lead to things that he may regret doing later, but there are certain steps that if you apply them, you will be able to make decisions calmly and rationally, and thus you will benefit from the energy resulting from these emotions in achieving wonderful things and harnessing them to your advantage instead of leading you to dire consequences. Simulating situations, anticipating them, identifying your strengths of talents and skills, staying away from stress and anxiety, and constantly evaluating your choices are all steps that will enable you to make decisions, control your emotions, and maintain the integrity of your feelings.